This is high school basketball.
Here comes Potter. 3, 2. He's got to get it off. I don't know if he's got it off. He got it.
It'll end up right back into Dixon's hand. Dixon will find Martin on the three-point line, and Martin will hit it and tie the game. Adam Reek for the coach of Blue Ridge trying to pump up his team as they trail by 11.
And with 3 minutes left here in the first, Snowflake's got a 1-point lead and the basketball. Crosby knocks down a 3.
High school basketball is presented by Sholo Ford on iTalk 1067 and online at italk1067.com. Produced by White Mountain Youth Productions in cooperation with iTalk 1067 FM. High school basketball is also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware the White Mountains, Black Diamond Auto Glass, Sunrise Park Resort, Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Native Grill and Wings, and Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school basketball.
Welcome into Blue Ridge High School for the Holiday Classic Basketball Tournament. I'm Brian Lang alongside with Paul Hancock. This game today for the Kellis Cougars and the Pinion Eagles is going to be brought to you by Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center with a fully staffed emergency department and advanced diagnostics department, outstanding orthopedic and physical therapy teams. Summit Regional Medical Center has everything your athlete needs to get back in the game. Quickly, we're going to go over our Ace Hardware keys to the game. Paul, with these two teams and their matchup, what do you have for keys for this game for us?
Well, the keys for this game, Pinion can shoot. They have one kid, number 20, who can hit from deep three. So Kellis is going to need to control the tempo, control the boards, and not allow Pinion to get some easy shots. And Pinion's going to have to keep Kellis out of the lane and try to get as many boards as they can.
Okay, that's our Ace Hardware keys to the game. Ace Hardware has a 24/7 locksmith. Next time you're locked out of your car or just need a key replaced any hour of the day or night, any night of the week, call Ace Hardware, your helpful place with 3 locations in Pinetop, Overguard, and Sholo. Kellis gets a quick basket as they get a layup as Northland Pioneer College gets our tip-off started. When you need your tip-off to your college education, choose a college with the lowest tuition in Arizona. That's Northland Pioneer College. So Kellis up 2-0 with a quick layup. Now they defend it, tip it. Here comes another one. Another easy layup off some good defense for Kellis to take that 4-0 lead.
Kellis is busy with their hands and using their length to get in the passing lanes and tip those passes.
Here comes number 20. That's the number 20. We're going to work on our names here for our scorebook. Here's the 3. Off the iron and rebounded by Kellis. They're going to slow down the pace here as Kellis brings up the ball. Swings it over. There's a long 3 from the left elbow. Rebound by Pinion. Long pass down. Up and underneath, and rim blocks the shot there. Looks like Kellis is going to try to slow down this pace as Pinion's looking to run it a little bit. Kellis is slowing it down. Brings the ball up to the top of the key, swings it over to the right elbow. Corner 3, off the rim and out. Pinion coming down, setting up that half-court offense.
It seems like a big mismatch, number 35 on 20.
You would think 20 would be able to, no offense to the big fella, drive into the lane and off rebound. Foul, oh. Foul on number 10, Gilmer Mosey. And if I'm mispronouncing any of these names, I'll apologize now, as we were only able to get first names from both of these schools. First one comes a second shot of the 2, and it's good. 4-2 is your score here. 6 minutes left in the first period. Kellis swings the ball over. Right elbow inside to the lane, inside lane here. Kicks it back out. Swing around for a three. Off the iron. Long rebound back to number 2 for Kellis. Pinion bringing the ball up. Trying to find names here for you. Up and under for Kellis, taking an 8-2 lead here.
You know, and Kellis is being smart. They're running when they have opportunities. That's at least their second fast break opportunity for 4
Here
points.
comes that mismatch you're talking about, and we've got baskets good. See, they're gonna call him with a hit there. The continuation. So we're gonna get an and one here for Pinion. Number 20 at the line for Pinion. Burt makes the and one. 3-point play here for Pinion. Up comes Moisey. Stops his dribble inside, back out. Cross-court pass over there to number 2, Cody Crowther. Crowther back over to Moisey. Up under number 21, Cameron Taylor. Big fella for Kellis. Gets the layup.
You know, Kellis working, get inside, getting into the big fella, and he puts it on the glass and gets 2. It's a good play by Kellis.
We talked about the mismatch of what Pinion's going to have the speed, and Kellis right now is able to traveling call on Pinion. Kellis ball. 4:24 left here in the first period. 10-5 is our score. Kellis over Pinion. Looks like Pinion is running a 2-3 zone. Kellis over to in the corner, up, bump there, inside to the top of the key, kick out. Over into the corner, back up to the left elbow, drive, up and under circus shot, no good.
I think number 2 was hoping to get a little contact there and a foul called, just throwing it up for a prayer.
Long three off the backboard. Rebound Kellis. Kellis pushing the ball now up the court. Here comes 2 again. Nice dish underneath, mishandled. Backside. 3-second call here on Kellis. Travis Posey, who they had called that on. Hung out a little too long in the lane. Sorry, that was John Ornelius. Travis Posey just checks into the game. Pinion gets the ball across midcourt. Kellis playing man-to-man defense. Off the front of the rim, rebound to Kellis. Kellis brings the ball across the midcourt. High post here. Ball taken away by Pinion. Long outlet. Easy layup there for number 5 from Pinion. Bitsui with the easy layup. 10-7 is your score. Timeout, Kellis. Full timeout. We're going to step away for 60 seconds. This is your Sholo's Ford presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Well, welcome back to Blue Ridge High School. It's a Holiday Classic basketball tournament being hosted here. 17 teams in the tournament. Right now we've got Kellis Cougars against the Pinion Eagles. 3 minutes left here in the first period. Kellis up 10-7. Kellis swings the ball over to the left elbow. Back across to the right elbow. Good defense there by the Eagles. Eagles playing a zone defense. Back inside, number 35 for Kellis, Avery Reynolds.
You know, Kellis is just using their size advantage. Pounded it into him. He took a couple dribbles and laid it up out the glass.
There's that size advantage as Reynolds, or sorry, that is Cameron Taylor with the rejection there at the basket. Swings it over, long three. There's that size advantage. Hook shot up and in for Cameron Taylor. Taylor hitting the boards hard. Could be in line for that Deemer's glass man of the game. Pinion over into the left corner, right corner, my fault. Up to the top of the key, over into the left corner, long three, off. And there's Taylor again with the rebound. Here comes Kellis up the court, cross midcourt. Pinion picks it up. Taylor inside. Travel. One too many steps there for Taylor.
That's a good call. Taylor needs to kick it back out and reposition himself in a little bit better position on the zone. Instead of posting where a man is, he needs to find where one is not.
Yeah, he just got caught into that zone with defenders. He went to turn around. Pinion just across midcourt. Screen set. Nice little pick and roll. Kicks it back out. No one picks up number 34 who just checked into the game for Pinion. He gets an easy layup. As Denny gets on the board. 14-9 here, 1 minute left in the first period. Reynolds kicks out to Moisey. Moisey on the drive, kicks out to Taylor. Moisey over to Posey. Posey back to inside here to Reynolds. Foul. Nez with the foul as he's got the mismatch there against Reynolds and reaches around and hits Reynolds. So Kellis will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Easy layup there for Taylor. 16-9, 30 seconds left here in the first period. Long three, and it's good. Nez with the long three to get Pinion back within 4 here. Moisey up across midcourt. Here's Posey into the corner there to Posey drives over to Moisey in the left, back over to Reynolds. Reynolds fouled before the shot. Number 5 on the foul for Pinion. Bitsui. So 5.1 seconds. Kellis will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Long outlet here. Pinion with the 3 at the buzzer, and it counts. Pinion with the 3 at the buzzer. At the end of the first period, Kellis Cougars lead 18-12 over the Pinion Eagles. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com or 1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Welcome back to Blue Ridge High School, as we're at the end of the first quarter with the Kellis Cougars leading the Pinion Eagles 16-15 as Pinion just hit a 3 at the buzzer to get within 1. And now they're going to get the ball here to start the second quarter. Your second quarter is going to be brought to you by Northland Pioneer College. When you're looking to tip off your college education, choose a college with the lowest tuition in Arizona, and that's Northland Pioneer College.
You know, Pinon's ability to hit the 3 is going to keep him in this game. That was a first quarter that felt dominated by Kellis, and yet it's still only a 1-point game.
Absolutely, and that last 3 is in the running for our Beeler Orthodontic straight line play of the game. Live to smile, love your smile. As Pinion hits a 2 to take their first lead of this game, 17-16. Kellis gets it up to the top of the key here. Moisey back over to Taylor. Long 3 off. Rebound by Pinion. Pinion looking to push that pace now. Kicks it out to top of the key here. Drives down the lane. Up and under and in. What a circus shot there by number 23, Nez, as he goes up and under. We just talked about play of the game, the Beeler's Orthodontic straight line play of the game, and that one might have just taken the lead for that play of the game at the end of the game.
That was an impressive play. He took and absorbed the contact and was able to get the shot up.
And there's Cody Crowther from Kellis. It hits a corner 3. We're all tied up here, 6:45 left in the second quarter. Pinion at the top of the 3-point line over to the right elbow. No closely guarded call here. Now we've got it. Picks up his dribble, sets a screen. No call there on the I don't know if a flop push there from Kellis. Kellis playing real active defense here, man-to-man defense. A 3 and in for Nez. Banks it off the glass as they now take a 3-point lead, 22-19. 6:03 left here in this first half. Crowther over at the top of the key, over to Moisey. Back across court to Crowther. Back to Moyes. Tried to get it into Taylor there. And here comes Pinion, decides to get numbers. 3-pointer off the front of the rim. Crowther with the rebound. Here comes Moyes slowing it down. Taylor with a good screen. 3 off the front of the iron. Rebound by Pinion, and they're pushing it. And they throw it out of bounds.
That was a great screen there to get him open for the 3. He just happened to miss it. That's a big body to run into.
Yeah, Taylor and Reynolds here for Kellis look like they could be definitely offensive guards on any football team that we have up here for sure.
Absolutely, they're very big kids.
And athletic.
Very athletic.
Pinion almost with the steal here. Crowther gets little contact, off and in. Taylor with the rebound and miss. Got a block call here on Kellis. Number 4 for Kellis, John Ornelius.
You know, Taylor just needs to come back down, reestablish himself on the ground, go back up strong. He can out-jump everyone on the court.
Absolutely, and like you said, that's a big body to try to to man up with. Here comes Pinion, drop the key, screen set. Travel call here on Pinion. Little communication problem on who was supposed to rotate out of that corner. And here comes Kellis now pushing the pace here. Josiah Williams checks into the game for Kellis, inside to Reynolds. Reynolds over to, kicks her across court. Crowler up and off, in and out there. Off of Pinion, Kellis ball underneath. Josiah Williams will inbound the ball for the Cougars. Kicks it over to Crowler. Crowler drives in, fouled. Gets hit right on the arm. 34 Black, Denny, with his first of the contest. Crowler with the first of two, makes the first. 22-20, 4:23 left here in the second. Here's the second of two, and good. And now number 32 for Pinion is going to check in, Segay.
You know, I'm a big fan of Crowder attacking the basket, getting the foul, and being able to shoot 2 free throws. That's good basketball.
We're going to see how that plays out later on in the game, if he can drive in and be able to kick out to an open look. As Pinion drives, I believe that's number 3, Joe, drives the lane for a layup. And we're going to have a backcourt violation here on the Cougars, as Williams lost control of his own dribble. So now Pinion's gonna inbound the ball in front of the Cougars bench. Back in for the Cougars is Travis Posey. Reynolds checks out.
Yeah, giving the big fella a little bit of a break.
So both big fellas for Kellis sitting on the bench here. Long three, in and out. Kellis with the rebound, that's Crowler.
If Kellis leaves him open much longer, he'll start hitting him, and he'll be tough to stop.
Here comes Williams, cross court to Crowler. Swings it into the corner. Back out to the top of the key. Crowler with the drive. Nice little floater off the glass and in for Cody Crowler. Good defense there by the Kellis Cougars. And Joe able to just get a finger roll in to keep that 3-point lead. Cross court over to Crowler. Crossover dribble, kicks out to Williams. Williams in and out for the 3 for Josiah Williams. Off Williams with the rebound and put back. Timeout coming for the Kellis Cougars. Full timeout. We're going to step away. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Welcome back to Blue Ridge High School for the Holiday Classic basketball tournament. Sponsored, let's see, one of our sponsors, we got Sunrise Park Ski Resort, Celebrate your New Year's Eve at Sunrise with night skiing and fireworks. Go to sunriseskipark.com for details. That's sunriseskipark.com. We got the Pinion Eagles and the Kellis Cougars. Cougars just steal the ball, drive down, up and under. Number 31 there for the Cougars, which I don't have them on my sheet. Do you
Lopez.
have Lopez with the 2 to take the lead here, 27-26. Just under 2.5 minutes. Long 3 from Pinion, rebounded Kellis. Here comes Williams, brings the ball up for Kellis. Kicks it over to Crowther. Crowther at the left elbow, back over to the right elbow. Williams with a 3, and it's off. Rebound by Pinion. Got a few guys in the running here for our Deemer's Glassman of the game. If you need glass for your home or business, Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call. Quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass, call 1-888-GLASSMAN. And Nez, was that Nez or Burt?
That was Burt with a nice little runner.
Burt with the runner there to get the lead again for Pinion Eagles. Williams with the drive and fouled. Foul's going to be on Barton for Pinion's. Going to send Williams to the line for 2. At the end of the game, we'll have our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game. Player of the Game will be brought to you by Honda Sports and Outdoor Ski and Sports Store for the best selection of hiking, hunting, fishing, camping gear on the mountain. Go to Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. They're south of Pine Top on Highway 260. Williams makes both as they're up 1 minute 20 left here in the first half. Pinion drives the lane. Good defense by Kellis.
You know, Kellis is challenging everything and playing great defense, but again, the 3-point shot for Pinion is keeping him in this game.
And there's a big block there by John Cornelius on a 3-pointer. Here comes Crowther. Another block on the other end. Now Pinion's pushing the pace. And Kellis gets back. Oh, misses the layup. Rebound by Kellis. Under a minute here in the first half. Here comes Williams. Williams inside, top of the key, outside to Crowther. Drives baseline. Up, wanted some contact, but wasn't enough there for a foul. We got a blocking foul on the Cougars. Travis Posey. And Posey doesn't agree with that call as he's shaking his head. But nonetheless, we're going to go to the line for 2. First one up and in for Burt. And we're going to have a line change here for the Kellis Cougars. As 4 of the 5 on the floor coming out.
Yeah, they got to put their 2 big bodies back in and look for them to take their time on the next possession and try to pound it in and get one. Get an easy layup.
And these free throws are brought to you by Black Diamond Auto Glass. And that one's up and in. As Pinion takes a 1-point lead here with 26 seconds left in the half. Here comes Moyes. Crossover dribble over to Posey. Posey back up top on the left elbow. Reynolds and Taylor both working hard here inside. Moyes with a running floater, misses. Rebound by Pinion, 6 seconds left. Oh, we got a foul. We got a holding foul with 1.6 seconds. We'll have a ball underneath. Williams is going to check back in.
Jay, take out the ball. Jay, take out the ball. Hey, Jay, let Jay take out the ball. Jay, take out the ball.
Looks like the Kellis coach doesn't approve of the spot for the throw-in.
And Pignon gets a nice layup as the Kellis coach disagrees with the spot of the throw-in. And he's got some words as he leaves the court for our officials. So we're 32-29 in favor of the Pignon Eagles over the Kellis Cougars. We'll step away. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Sholo Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to SholoFord.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Sholo and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Back to Blue Ridge High School. We're at halftime between the Kellis Cougars and the Pignon Eagles. Pignon has a 32-29 lead. And our halftime is going to be brought to you by, we have Summit Healthcare, Ace Hardware, Northland Pioneer College, Black Diamond Auto Glass, Sunrise Ski Park. And celebrate your New Year's at Sunrise with night skiing and fireworks. Go to sunriseskipark.com for details at sunriseskipark.com. Paul, what do you have for scoring and some halftime adjustments that you might see some of these teams making?
Well, Crowther, #2 for Kellis, is leading the way with 11 points. Taylor, one of our big guys, has 8 points. So they're doing well there. Moisey, #10, has 2 fouls. He's the only person that we have in any type of foul trouble. Burt, #20, who's a great shooter for Pignon, has 14 at this point, and Pignon has 4 players with 1 foul each, so there's no foul trouble going on. Again, the big adjustment for Kellis is going to be to extend their defense a little bit, get a hand up in the face of the three-point shooters for Pignon, make them drive to the basket amongst their size, and make it harder for them to get the buckets. Pignon is going to have to rebound. They got to get on the glass. They got to limit the number of shot opportunities that Kellis gets, and continue to make it hard for them to get it into the post.
Agreed. Pignon shooting 57% from the field, while Kellis is shooting 40% from the field. And you would think it'd be a little bit different with Kellis and having those big guys inside. I'm not sure they're feeding them enough compared to the success they saw early on.
Well, I agree with you. You know, watching the game, Kellis seems more than happy to settle for the three-point shot. You know, instead of working the ball inside, hitting open areas of the court, they're just going to run it around at the outside. The guy's going to take a shot that he can take at any time. Yep. They need to be a little bit more patient, a little bit more disciplined, pound the ball inside, get Pignon in foul trouble, get into their bench where they don't have as good of shooters, and make the game a little bit more difficult.
All right, we're at halftime of our game. We're going to step away. 32-29, Pignon over Kellis. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on italk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Sholo Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to SholoFord.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Sholo and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. from Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Welcome back to Blue Ridge High School for the Holiday Classic Basketball Tournament. We've got Pinion Eagles leading the Kellis Cougars 32-29 here at the start of the second half. Northland Pioneer College, when you're looking to tip off your college education, tip it off with Northland Pioneer College. Lowest tuition in Arizona. Kellis drives to the hoop as Moyes takes the drive and gets hit. So Pinion sends him to the line for two.
That's the second foul on Barton, so although they weren't in foul trouble, they might be sneaking into it here shortly.
We want to thank the students from Sholo and Snowflake High School for their outstanding camera work today with the White Mountain Youth production. Giving up their holiday to come hang out with us. Moyes for the second of two. Up and in. Pinion leads by one here. 7:43 left in the third quarter. Pinion brings the ball up just across midcourt. Kellis sitting in a man-to-man defense here. Good switch there by the two big fellas, Reynolds and Taylor. Switch, thought we were gonna have another long three there from Nez. Instead, we get a long three off the front of the rim there from, let's see, Bitsui. Misses that one, and here comes Moyes up the court for the Cougars.
You know, surprised me on that end with big body Reynolds guarding Burt. Burt's quick with the ball, good off the dribble, and he's not going around him. He's just happy and content, not taking a shot.
And we've talked about that. What we feel is a mismatch with the big fella and a little bit quicker Burt. And here comes a steal up with the left hand and miss. Rebound there. Pinion back up, misses that one. And Crowther with the rebound.
That was great defense on Moyes. He challenged the shot, he went straight up, didn't make any contact, and made Burt take a tough shot that he could connect on.
Inside to Trailer. Here comes Crowther with the floater off the front iron. We're going to have a ball off of Pinion, so Kellis will get the ball underneath their own basket.
You know, Reynolds came out of that with a little bit of a limp. Looks like he might have hurt his ankle a little bit.
Let's see if that's going to be a factor as this game goes on. So far, he looks like he's moving around all right. Crowther up at the top of the right elbow, over to Moyes. Here's Reynolds. Kicks it out to Crowther. Back into Trailer now. Taylor over. Drive, kicks into Moyes. Moyes misses it. Pinion with the rebound. Outlet pass. Joe drives, kicks out. Bitsui has it now up top to Burt. Down inside, Pinion with the jumper, and it's good. Number 11, Barton.
That was a nice set of screens, slipped it, and was able to get the open jump shot there. It was good basketball right there.
Nice jump shot look there for Pinion as they make that one look easy to take a 3-point lead. Kellis into the left corner. Inside of the big fella, and we're going to go off of Pinion.
Number 4 needs to work the angle a little bit better instead of throwing it straight into the post. Bring it in at an angle and allow his big fella to use his advantage.
And we're talking about big fellas. Here comes another one. Number 1, DeAndre Wade for Kellis, as he's a Not as thick, but he's a little taller than the other two big fellas. And there he is with a rebound. Kicks it out to Taylor.
Ooh.
Taylor with the nice jump stop, misses, gets the rebound. He's battling, gets fouled, and we're gonna count the bucket. Taylor working hard inside for that one, and it's gonna be rewarded with an and one coming.
You know, Taylor showed a great athletic move, splitting the guys with the jump stop, coming up, and then you just showed a tenacious work ethic there to get the ball and get fouled and get one in.
Now Taylor definitely earned those 2 points, misses the and one, and we're gonna get the other big fella, Reynolds, with a pushing foul as he's battling for a rebound here and gets called for the push. So 4:55 left in the third quarter. Pinion leading 34-33 over here over the Kellis Cougars. Long three from Nez, I believe.
That's Burt.
Or Burt.
In the game earlier today, he was hitting them there consistently.
Good thing for Kellis that he hasn't been consistent from that spot yet. Ball stolen. Here comes a 2-on-1 break. Pinion kicks it back out. Misses the jumper. Rebound there. And misses the easy layup as Barton battles hard for the rebound but can't put it back. Ball goes out of bounds off of Kellis. Pinion will inbound the ball underneath their own hoop. Screen set. Bitsui misses that one, and we're gonna have ball go out of bounds on that.
Yeah, he was probably 5 feet behind the three-point line and missed it by about a foot.
So you just think if you step into that, you might be a little bit better off, is what you're saying. Here's a long three off the front of the iron there for Kellis. Outlet pass as Pinion's off. Oh! And we've got a hard foul from Kellis on number 5 from Pinion. That's going to be Bitsui. Gets hammered and comes up a little gingerly as hard foul to take away the, as they take away the chance for the easy layup. Pinion's coaches wanted either an intentional or something more, but officials say he's reaching for the ball as Bitsui is spinning.
Yeah, said he went for the ball. I know the rule states that if there's excessive contact, you can go intentional, so the coach probably has a good point on that.
So we'll see. Hopefully this game stays under control and doesn't get too chippy here with 3:52 left in the third quarter. 1 point game here. Here Reynolds kicks it out over to Crowther. Crowther back to the top of the key. Over to Moyes. Moyes decides better of not trying to drive the lane. Kicks it over, baseline drive. Nice floater there by John Ornelius. And here comes Burt bringing it up. Kicks it over there to, Burt's got it back. Spin move, jumper, and good. Great shot there by Burt.
He's starting to be a little bit more aggressive taking the ball to the basket, which kind of surprised me. There's a more athletic player on him now.
Pinion swings it over to the right corner. Back up to the top of the key. Back into the corner. Moyes over there now to the big fella, DeAndre Wade. With the jumper in and out. Rebound there by Burt. Burt now in the running for the Deemers glass man of the game. Here's a rebound by Kellis. Kellis over, drives the baseline here. Nice take there by Cody Crowther of the Kellis Cougars. As Kellis now takes a 1 point lead here with 2:20 left in the third quarter.
That was a great move by Crowther there.
There's DeAndre Wade with the rebound. Still looking for that straight line play of the game from Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile. Love your smile. Wade gets it stolen, and here comes Bitsui. Bitsui contested rebound there by Joe as Joe cleans up the mess with the easy layup.
Kellis will find themselves in a lot of trouble if they continue to allow Pinion to have those easy transition buckets. It's tough to dribble between two defenders and not get the ball stolen.
Yep. Kellis into the corner for a three. Off and rebound by Pinion, and here comes Pinion now out running. Comes Burt with the kick out drive, long three off the front of the iron. Rebound by Kellis, and it's stolen away and out of bounds. Be Kellis ball. At the end of the game, Paul here will have the task of picking our player of the game. Our player of the game will be sponsored by Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. They are south of Pine Top on Highway 260. Here comes Kellis. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Pinion up 38-37. Kick out. Here comes number 13 in the game, Jacob, gets the ball stolen. Here comes Pinion with the jumper and in. Nice little pull-up jumper there from Joe.
Looking at Kellis's offensive end, it looks like Pinion just has no fear of allowing them to shoot the three. They're crashing in hard, collapsing hard on the post player and allowing him to kick it out.
Yeah, they're packing it in with the big fellas from Kellis and almost daring Kellis to shoot the three. And Pinion on the other end is learning that, you know what, we can't completely drive in. We have to pull up for those jumpers, and they've made it successful in this third quarter. Here's a three from the corner, and good. That's Travis Posey from Kellis to tie the game up. Long transition, and we've got a hold. And we're gonna get two shots as Pinion gets fouled underneath by DeAndre Wade. Nope, number 31, sorry. I don't have him on mine. Kellis is 31, I don't have.
That's Lopez again.
And in checks number 30, Josiah Williams. And they're gonna give their point guard Moyes a break here with 9.5 seconds left in the third. Here comes number 34 for Pinion. Up and off as Williams gets the rebound. They're pushing it. The clock didn't start right away, but it's an air ball there from Kellis. And it's just not gonna matter as that'll do it for three. 8 minutes left of basketball here as we are all tied up. As the Kellis Cougars and the Pinion Eagles, 40 apiece. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
This is high school basketball.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Sholo Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to SholoFord.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Welcome back to Blue Ridge High School for the Holiday Basketball Classic. We've got a tie ball game here to start the fourth between the Pinion Eagles and the Kellis Cougars all knotted at 40. Your fourth quarter is brought to you by Northland Pioneer College. When you're looking to tip off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition in Arizona. That's Northland Pioneer College. Pinion, Burt gets the ball stolen, scrum on the floor, called a number 10 for Kellis, calling a timeout as he's trying to roll over. So we're going to step away for a 30-second timeout. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Welcome back to Blue Ridge High School, as Kellis just got a nice, easy layup, and now Pinion gets fouled, as Pinion's going to go to the line for the Black Diamond Auto Glass free throws for Burt of the Pinion Eagles. Pinion down 2 here with 6:55 left in the game.
That's Moyes' third foul, so he's starting to get into foul trouble here.
And we'll be looking for our Deemer's Glass man of the game here as this fourth quarter winds down. We'll start tallying up our rebounds for that Glass man of the game. Deemer's Glass, call 1-888-GLASSMAN. Here comes Pinion, bats the ball out of bounds as Kellis tried to get the ball into the paint, and Pinion's played, as really both these teams have played real active defense.
Defensively, this has been a great game.
There's a nice rebound there from Kellis as he goes back up and fouled. Number 31 for Kellis is Lopez, as he'll go to the line for the Black Diamond Auto Glass free throws. We have a few plays in the running for the Beeler Orthodontic straight line play of the game. My partner here will have that task of figuring out what he feels is the play of the game. As number 11, Barton for Pinion checks in. As Kellis now takes a 2-point lead with 6.5 minutes left in the contest. Here comes Burt, closely defended, and ball swatted out of play by Moyes, as Moyes is playing real good man-to-man pressure defense.
Yeah, Burt got a little lazy with his dribble there, and Burt was able to knock it out of bounds.
Swings it over here to Lopez. Lopez drives to the top of the key, gets the ball stolen by Williams. And here comes Williams with a nice, easy layup for Kellis as they extend that lead now 45-41 with 6:23 left in the the end of the game in the fourth quarter. And there's number 32 for the Eagles, Segay, with a nice pull-up jumper. 45-43 here, 6:06 left in the contest. Nice pass in from Taylor. Here's Moyes with the rebound and jumper off, another rebound, as Kellis is right now is just out hustling the Pinion Eagles underneath.
Kellis is working hard, and Pinion's actually extended their defense a little bit.
And here's a nice outlet pass as Burt goes up and gets fouled, and he'll go to the line for the Black Diamond Auto Glass free throws. That foul was on number 30, Josiah Williams. Board says that's his first. Big fella Avery Reynolds looking to check back in here for the Kellis Cougars, along with John Ornelius. Williams checks out, and so does Cameron Taylor as he steps out to get a breather with 5:41 left here in the game. Burt with the second, misses, and rebound here by Kellis. Kellis wanting to slow it up here. They get the ball across the midcourt. Here.
That's the 6th missed free throw by Pinion tonight.
If they had just even half of those back, they'd have a 2-point lead here. As Reynolds, the big fella, with a nice move and a layup as they extend that lead to 3.
That was a big, strong move to the basket. Not many people wanted to get in the way there.
No, he's like we talked about earlier, he is definitely an offensive guard on any football team up here on the mountain. Big boy, real athletic.
He's got great footwork, is able to move well out there.
As Crowther looks to drive the lane and misses the layup. Rebound by Pinion. Pinion comes up, swings it over the top of the key. Top of the key here for Pinion, looking to set up an offense. Long 3 there by Joe. Joe misses, and Reynolds there with the big rebound.
Looks like Kellis has split the Twin Towers up a little bit. Probably getting the other one, getting Taylor some rest.
Yeah, Taylor and Reynolds both in the mix here for the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game. As there's a 2-point bucket by Lopez. That lead now out to 5. Biggest lead of the game, if I can remember right, for either team.
I believe that is the biggest lead. It's been a pretty tight contest.
Here's a long 3. Rebound by Reynolds. Outlet. And there's an easy layup there by John Ornelius. And that gets the Pinion Eagles to call a timeout as this lead is now extended out to 7. We'll step away. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome back to Blue Ridge High School as they're hosting the Holiday Classic basketball tournament for 3 days, yesterday, today, and then the championship and final games will be held tomorrow. 17 teams here, represented from California and Arizona, as St. Joseph's the only California team here, but we've got teams from up north on the reservation and then your White Mountain teams, and that is Bitsui from Pinion as he hits a long 3, and that lead for the Kellis Cougars is now 4 as Pinion's ramping up the defense. They go into a half-court pressure defense. Almost got the steal there. Almost again.
You know, Pinion's really active in the passing lanes. They play them really well and jump to the ball nicely.
And we've got a foul as Lopez goes hard to the hole and gets fouled by number 11, Barton, as our official gives us the 2 fingers for 11.
He must think that he's back at the U of A.
Or the NAU.
Or the NAU.
As Lopez misses the first of two. Black Diamond Auto Glass free throws. Lopez up for the second, and it's nothing but net. 52-47 here. Kellis Cougars leading the Pinion Eagles with 3 minutes left in the game. Pinion across midcourt. Here comes a high screen. Pinion driving the lane here. And here, Joe's got the ball at the top, guarded by Moyes. Deflection. And we've got a ball out of bounds on Pinion as Sosi and Crowther were battling, and Sosi had his shoulder on the line when he made contact with the ball, and that says you're out of bounds, ball going the other way.
That's a great hustle play by Crowther, shooting the lane and then diving for the ball. It came up a little bit gimpy though, so we'll have to see how that works out the next 2.5 minutes.
Here's Moyes guarded by Joe. Joe, good pressure defense here as Pinion's ramping it up with their pressure defense. Open look there by Crowther and hits the side of the rim. 52-40 or 52-47, 2:15 left here in the game. A long three from Bart. Is that that's Burt? As we've got a foul underneath, and that's going to be on Reynolds. As Reynolds gets called for a foul underneath. And it's going to be Pinion's ball as they kick it out up top to Sosi. Sosi guarded by Crowther. Sosi with the nice little turnaround jumper off the backboard and rim. And we're going to have a foul. We're going to have the 1-and-1 bonus here, as that foul is going to be called on Sosi. And nope, sorry, we're not in the bonus. We still got a couple going that way. I was looking at the wrong side of the board. As Williams checks in for Crowther for the Kellis Cougars. Inbounding the ball, John Ornelius. Gets it into Moyes, back to Ornelius. Full court pressure defense here. We're gonna have a blocking foul or pushing foul here on Joe. Next one will be, we're in the bonus from here on out either way, as each team has 6 fouls apiece. Moyes gets the ball, guarded here by Sosi. Oh, sorry, that's Bitsui. My fault.
Pinion's still not in the time to panic yet. They have a lot of time left in this game with their ability to hit shots.
And here, drive all the way to the hoop there by Burt. And we've got a foul here on Joe. And the Pinion crowd wants a travel, but the officials are saying that the foul caused the travel. So we're going to go to the line for the Black Diamond Auto Glass free throws. We're going to shoot a 1-and-1 here as Lopez goes to the line. Here's Lopez with the first, and it is nothing but net. Here's his second one off the front of the rim, rebounded by Burt. Burt brings it up, swings it on over. Here's a long three off the front of the rim, rebounded by Moyes. Stolen as Pinion gets a jumper. So here's Moyes. Oh, almost stolen as we're still in the back court. And we've got a timeout here from Kellis. We'll step away. This is iTalk's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you in today's challenging economy, providing you with the highest quality advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Welcome back to Blue Ridge High School. We got a 4-point game here, 1 minute left in the contest as the Kellis Cougars are up 4 over the Pinion Eagles. As Moyes drives the lane, drives uncontested and misses the layup.
That's a big miss right there.
That is, because now here comes Pinion. Burt with the ball. He kicks it out. Here's a long three off the front of the iron and rebounded by Crowther and then stolen away from
Crowther.
From Bitsui steals it. Here's a long three off. Crowther with the rebound. As they're now coaches trying to get him to foul, and there's a nice, I don't know about nice, but it's a hard foul there by Bitsui. As we're going to go to the line for Black Diamond Auto Glass free throws.
Kellis needs to be strong with the ball because it's still 2-possession game. Even if these free throws are made, it's 2-possession game for Pinion the way they can shoot the ball.
It is. So we're going to go to the line for 1-and-1. Here's John Ornelius. Off the front of the rim, rebounded by Burt. 23 seconds left here in the contest. Here's a long three, and he is fouled as he gets hammered by Moyes. We're going to go to the line for 3 Black Diamond Auto Glass free throws as we're going to shoot 3. And while we do that, we want to thank the White Mountain Youth Production, the kids of Show Low High School and Snowflake High School. I want to thank Stephanie as our technical director, Rosie Burr, Christina Schwab, Jimmy Maxwell, Tyler Roten, Shane Bobian, Zoe Paxwell, Cole, not sure what the scribbles here are for Cole, and Janessa Moore, as these kids are bringing us outstanding film work and video for you guys to view on the website and also later on YouTube. So here comes, as we're going to check in, one big fella goes out as Reynolds goes out for Taylor. And as you talked about, they've been splitting those guys instead of just letting them both stay in at the same time.
Taylor's been out for quite a while. I can't remember him being in much of the fourth quarter. That was a tough foul on Moyes as Bitsui was didn't come to a complete jump stop and faded into him a little bit on that
three. We have 18 and a half seconds left, and it's a 1-point game, and and we've got a foul here on the Pinion Eagles as number 5 Bitsui wraps up Crowther. And the Pinion fans yelling for a travel, but the push and the foul is what caused Crowther to start walking.
It's tough to get a travel when you have 2 hands on the guy's back.
And here comes Crowther's first. That's up and in. So 54-52 here with 16 seconds left. As Crowther gets the ball for his second of the Black Diamond Auto Glass free throws. Second one is up and in, and Kellis will take a timeout. We'll step away, 55-52. Kellis up on Pinion, 16 seconds left in the game. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Sholo Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to SholoFord.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Back to Blue Ridge High School as they are hosting the Holiday Classic. basketball tournament. 17 schools here battling it out this weekend. And we're in for a barn burner here as with 16 seconds left as the Kellis Cougars lead the Pinion Eagles 55-52. And we've talked all game, Paul, about Pinion's ability for the three, and right now they need one.
And you know that they're going to shoot it.
And there it was from Burt, and Burt misses it. And Moyes gets a big rebound, and he's fouled. So Moyes is going to go to the line by number 11. By number 11? All right. Number 11 is Barton, as that's his fourth. He's going to send Moyes to the line for the Black Diamond Auto Glass free throws.
That was a huge rebound by Moyes as he went way above everyone to get that one.
Way above everybody, and he's one of the smaller guys as he's the point guard for the Cougars.
Yeah, he might be around 5'8" out there with a big three, big hit there.
Big hit. Moyes is in, obviously he's in line for our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game. We'll get that. Our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game. Still looking for that one. And our Deemer's Glassman of the game. As Moyes misses that one. And here comes the half-court shot. And nothing. So 56-52 is your final. As the Kellis Cougars beat the Pinion Eagles. And we went, as Pinion in the first half we talked, shot 57%, Paul. Second half they were down to 22%.
That's amazing percentage. And if you look at it, Kellis extended their defense and made all the three-point shots that Pinion had to shoot were fairly contested except for some deep ones. And Pinion would try to drive to the basket, but they just played good, solid defense, straight up and down. Didn't cause a lot of contact. They only had 6 fouls in the second half.
Okay, so our Beeler Orthodontic straight line play of the game, Live to Smile, Love Your Smile. What do you have for our play of the game?
The play of the game, I think, happened near the end when Moyes skied above everybody to get that last rebound to seal the victory for Kellis, and then go down and hit one of the two free throws.
Agreed. I'm all right. I like that. Now let's go with our Deemer's Glassman of the game. If you need glass for your home or business, Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call. Quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass. Call 1-888-GLASSMAN. We talked about the big fellas from Kellis. Which one of those, or are you going both for our Glassman of the game?
That's a tough one. Taylor and Reynolds both did a lot on the glass, but it was a huge team effort by Kellis. As you know, Moyes had that big one at the end. Crowther had another big one at the end. It was a good. You could tell it was an effort by the team to get there. But I'd go with 21 Taylor. He had a lot of rebounds early and just kept pounding away inside.
Taylor, very athletic. Now we've got our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. Player of the game is brought to you by Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store for the best selection of hiking, hunting, fishing, camping gear on the mountain. Go to Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store south of Pine Top on Highway 260. Again, a lot of different pieces here for our player of the game. Who's standing out?
It was a great team effort by Kellis.
Yes.
If you take a look at the stats, Crowther did a lot in the first half. Defensively, he did really well in the second half. Had some big plays late. Taylor, Reynolds, a lot of rebounds. Taylor had a lot of points early. I'm going to go with Crowther as the player of the game, though. He played a lot of really good defense, had some good rebounds late, and led the team in scoring. He had an all-around great game.
Cody Crowther's our player of the game. We're going to step away. We've got another one coming up in 14 and a half minutes, and it's going to be the Ganado Hornets against the St. Joseph. What is this St. Joseph? St. Joseph's Knights out of California. We'll step away and be right back with some more basketball here at Blue Ridge High School. This is Sholos Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7, worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
This has been Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7, KNKI Pine Top, and iTalk1067.com. High school basketball is also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Black Diamond Auto Glass, Sunrise Park Resort, Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Native Grill and Wings, and Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 1067 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopnicki communication station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without expressed written consent of iTalk 1067 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to italk1067.com.